Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at a new Avatar set, new for 2023. This is called the Mako Submarine. This is set 75577, ages 9+ with 553 pieces, and it comes with 4 minifigures. This is from the second Avatar movie, and it is the only set in the wave that is, well, we have some reef scenes, I guess, in it, but it's mainly the only set in the wave that doesn't have any unique animals in it, like building animals, other than the reef house, I suppose, but that is also Na'vi-esque rather than human-esque, so I am counting it. Taking a quick look at the box, and we can see lots of different colorful things. They definitely make these boxes to catch your eye. But yes, this one is the Submarine. And I will say up front before we begin, I definitely forgot to grab this Stingray. He is included as a recolor Stingray, and he's unique to the set, but I definitely forgot to grab him. On the top, you can see the minifigures that the set comes with. And then on the back, we have some play features, which aren't much. This is mostly a display set. All right, and going over the minifigures, and I'm definitely going to butcher the names, so I'm sorry in advance. I just don't know the characters well enough. I have seen the movie, but just pronouncing them. This is Aonung, and he is part of the Reef clan, so he is more turquoise colored. He has different eyes, blue eyes, necklace, loincloth. I think that this is a new element here, this like see-through bow and arrow, and then the bow launcher is new for the quiver. He has what we've seen before with Avatar hair, and then you can see the details on the back. But that is Aonung, and I will also add that he is on tall legs because he is a youth, so he's not on the stretch legs that the other Na'vi are on. This here is Spider. He's a human, and he kind of just runs with the Sully family, kind of off and on throughout the movie, and he is dirty he puts like paint on himself. He has a loincloth, and he is wearing a face mask because, again, he is human, so he can't be out on the world of Pandora without one. He has long hair. It's actually in dreads, but I think that this hair does a pretty good job encompassing that. And he also has a secondary face. I actually like that face a little bit more, I think. And he is on mid-legs because even though he is a teenager, a human, he is a lot shorter than even the teenager Na'vi. So there is a bit of a comparison. They're roughly the same age, but Spider's going to be shorter because he's human. And here we have Neteyam. I think that's how you pronounce it. He is another Sully boy, one of the teenagers. He's the younger brother, and he has an interesting loincloth and a bit of a necklace. He has this dagger thing, I suppose. It's a little large in perspective, but he also has some unique hair. I think it's actually more of the female hair. I wish that they did make more hair options for the avatars or the Na'vi because they could benefit from having more unique hairs, but nonetheless, there you are. And lastly, for our 4th minifigure, we have RDA Quattrich, and this is him in his avatar form. Spoiler alert, he has a very military-ified uniform going on, definitely is not becoming one with the Na'vi, which is fine. Unique face for sure. Reuse of hair. Again, I wish we could see different hair, more hair pieces for the Na'vi would be really nice. I think we only have like 3 total. So anyways, there he is, not looking too bad. So obviously now that brings us into the rest of the set. We get 1 submarine and 3 coral elemental pieces for being underwater. So starting with this one here, and this is just tons and tons of unique part usage and recolorings. These sets are very saturated with just very unique elements in general. This is a cave that the kids hide in when they're being pursued at one point. You can store some stuff, it looks like, in there, and then obviously they can stay in there and hide. We have a couple of elements that you can swim from here and here and here. So you have no shortage of a place to put your characters, even on just this one rock, but it looks pretty neat. And then we have a smaller little coral element, again with a swimming piece and some interesting parts. Of course, those turquoise bananas being one of them, the glow-in-the-dark crowns, and then the coral. Very interesting. And then the submarine can come off just like the animals. It sits on a pin that helps it display, which is nice, but here is that coral element. Got purple carrots with unicorn horns, just super bizarre. Lots of different fun things. No fish in this one. I really like these glittery cones. I think those are pretty. And then, of course, we have the submarine. That is the main element of this set, and it is very stark and industrious compared to the coral and from the other sets as well, where we have lots of animals and just very natural, I guess, elements versus, you know, something that's manufactured. It has a really nice kind of sea green and gray with, it looks like some torpedoes on the side, a couple of stickers. There's some fins, and then of course the that one's on backwards. Whoops. Some elements for the engine, or I guess the rudder. I don't know. There they are. 3 there with, of course, a little bit more stickering on the edges. And then the same thing on the side. And then we have 2 places for characters to go into, which is not accurate to the movie, but I guess this is how they had to make it. That doesn't bother me. What really bothers me is the fact that they're making this submarine-esque and they literally have open sides. I think that's a huge misstep for Lego. I mean, they tried to put that panel to help cover it up, but it looks, personally, I think really bad. The fact that this is supposed to be an underwater ship and they couldn't even give it a full cockpit. I mean, like adding a molded bubble on there, or even like, I don't know, arranging this so that it met up would be much nicer. We've seen this a little bit with Star Wars in the past, and it's just super, super bad on this set, which is a really, really big turnoff, I think, for a lot of people. But it does open up all the way. The other thing that I'll say is Quattridge has a really hard time fitting in here. He's supposed to go in here, and he just really doesn't fit super well in it whatsoever. You can kind of see how deep it is for him, but it just kind of looks obnoxious to me personally. Spider is supposed to go up here, and that's fine, but in reality, they are not ever in this submarine, or yeah, no, they're on the ship up top. They're never in this like submarine-esque thing. The workers are, so it's kind of weird that they made that element for characters to go in it that have never been in it, but nonetheless, there it is. You can put it on this piece of coral either facing up, like it's kind of swimming to the surface, or I think a more dynamic one in the way that the box shows you to do it is facing down like that. I really do like the pieces for the fact that they allow you to set elements on it with the Technic pins. I think that's really cool. You get a really good amount of minifigures in this set and some nice coral pieces if you're wanting to make a diorama. But there's not a huge amount of play value in this. This one may be the most, or one of the most, because you have a submarine to play with. But again, just that cockpit area is just really bad in my opinion. But nonetheless, that is basically the set, the Mako Submarine. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, I will see y'all later. Bye.